Okay, there was a very good question and a comment that I got from, I'm going to pronounce it Toby. It's spelled T-I-O-B-I. He asked if a 60-inch bow can be drawn to a 30-inch draw length. He says he has a 30-inch draw length. I don't know. I don't know what kind of bow he has. I don't know the manufacturer of that bow that he has. I don't know if it's a longbow, recurve, and it's really hard to tell you yes or no. My longbow, most of my longbows that I have can be drawn to a 30-inch. Safely. The longbow I'm going to use as an example is my well, I got my bows off the rack over there and just laying here. I need to put them back. I took them off to measure a couple poundages, bow poundages. This one is a Fredbear Montana. It is the commemorative edition. It is 64 inches long. It is 55 pounds at 28 inches. I take this to 30-inch draw on my scale. It measured out to about 60 pounds. So roughly 2 pounds per inch past the 28-inch length, draw length. And I'm going to have to fix that. I need to put a couple twists in this, bring my knock point back up. But this bow, it's a 64-inch longbow. It can be drawn to 30 inches, but it becomes very difficult to hold at that point because it's stacking past the 28-inch mark. And what I mean by stacking, it becomes more difficult to draw and to hold. This is my Bear Grizzly. It's another one that can be drawn to 30 inches. It's a 55 pound at 28-inch draw. And yes, it does stack past that 28, but it's not that bad until you hit about 30. Anything past that, it really stacks and almost bottoms out. And what I mean by bottoming out is where the bow is drawn as far as it'll go without snapping it. Now, I do have one here that'll draw way past the 30-inch mark. And it's only like about a 48, 50-inch bow. It's an Asiatic bow. It's by AF Archery. It's a fun little bow to shoot. Never hunt with it because it's a 30-pound bow at 28 inches. And this one, you can draw it way past the 29 inch. 28 inch. I think I measured it out, it goes to like about 36 inches. And I believe the manufacturer said safe drawing is 36 inches. When you hit that 36 inch mark where I had it at, the bow is bottomed out. It won't draw anymore without breaking the bow. So, if you're looking for a bow that you can draw to 30 inches, contact the manufacturer of that bow or a representative of that bow. Get it from them. To make sure that you can draw that bow safely at 30 inches. I hope I've been helpful with you. I know I didn't give you a real definite answer on the bow that you have, which I can't do. I can't even say the word. Ethically, I cannot. Honestly, I cannot give you a definite answer. Do some research on the bow that you're getting ready to buy or that you have. If it's a bearer, contact the bearer representatives at their corporation. They'll be more than happy to answer your question. Yes, it can, or no, it cannot. That way, you don't buy a bow and you draw it back to 30 inches and it breaks. So, I know this isn't the answer you really wanted, but I hope it's helpful to you. So, I hope you stay in archery. It's a fun hobby. I love it. It's a passion of mine. So contact the manufacturer about the bows. Do some little bit of research. I would suggest staying away from the Maverick if you're wanting to go to a 30-inch draw. Even though the Maverick was a 58-inch bow, I believe it was. It's been a couple years since I've had that video out and it broke. I had a lower limb failure on it due to the fact of overdrawing it. So I would stay away from those bows. And it could have been just a manufacturer's defect in it, but I don't know. It could have been me, could have been the bow. So do a little bit of research, either via internet, look at their websites, talk to the representative of the corporations or the companies to get more information about their bows. They're going to be more than happy to give you the information that you need because they want to sell the bows. That's all I got for you today. Hope I was helpful. Keep the arrows flying, be safe, and have fun above all.